Hello friends, Namaste, Pranam. Our today's topic is child labor. According to the data from the census 2011, the number of child laborers in India is 10.1 million, out of which 5.6 millions are boys and 4.5 millions are girls. So now, despite the rate of child labor declining over the last few years, the children are still being used in some severe form of child labors such as bonded labor, child laborers, child soldiers, trafficking across India. Child laborers can be found in many industries, variety of industries, like in bricklines, carpet weaving, then garment industries, then domestic food industries, then you can find them in agriculture industries, fisheries, mining, these kind of industries. The children are also at the risk of various other form of exploitations, so including sexual exploitations and the production of child pornography, including online. But the child labors and the exploitation are the result of many factors, including poverty, social norms, condoning them, and the lack of decent work opportunities for adults. So, migration and the emergencies are occurred. So, these factors are not only the cause but also the consequences of social inequalities reinforced by the discriminations. Okay. So, children belongs in school, not workplaces. Child labor deprives the children of their right to go to school and reinforces intergenerational cycle of poverty. The continuing persistence of child labor and exploitations poses a threat to national economies and has severe negative short and long term consequences for children, such as denial of education and undermining physical and mental health. So, child trafficking is also linked to a child labor. Okay, child trafficking is also linked to a child labor, and it always results in child abuse. Trafficked children face all form of abuse like physical, mental, sexual, and emotional. Trafficked children are subjected to prostitution, forced into marriage, then illegally adoptions. They provide cheap or unpaid labors and are forced to work as a house servants or beggars and may be recruited into armed groups. So trafficking exposes children to violence, sexual abuse, and HIV infections also. Child labor and the other form of exploitations are preventable through integrated approaches that strengthen child protection system as well as simultaneously addressing poverty and the inequality, improve access to quality of education, mobilize the public support for respecting children's right. So, here we have to respect the children's right. Teachers and the other in the education system can be frontline supporters to protect the children and can alert the stakeholders such as social workers to situations where the children display sign of distress or indicate they work long hours. Okay. So now the getting children out of work and into school also require the broader changes in public policy to empower families to choose education over exploitative labor. So so we want some public policy need to be changed. Okay, so UNICEF, have you heard about UNICEF? Yes, obviously you have heard about the UNICEF. UNICEF works with the government and for profit or agencies to profit organization or companies or agencies to put in a place the necessary policy framework to end child labor, and it works with the businesses to assess the supply chain and to find the sustainable options to address the business practices that lead to child labor, and it works with the families to support the ending of labor that is the result of bonded and debt labor. So UNICEF supports the state governments to integrate programs that would end child labor, and we also support the communities in changing their cultural expectations, acceptance of child labor. So while ensuring alternative income to families, access to preschools, quality education, and protection services. So, listening to the children is vital to achieving success in fight against the child labor. A key message in the UN Convention on the Right of the Child is that the children have a right to voice their views on matter affecting them and to have these taken into account. So, children have the power to play significant role in preventing and responding to child labor. They are key actors in child protection and they can give valuable insights into how they pursue their involvement and what they expect from the government and the other stakeholders like social workers also.